but there he is, 100th career UCI downhill World Cup start for Mr. Consistency, Troy Brosnan. Josh, before we get split times on the board, talk to us about how impressive this man is.
So impressive. I think he has something like a 40% strike rate of being on the podium. He has an incredible scenario to be inside the top 10. To make it from Adelaide in Australia, it's difficult for athletes to make it out of Australia. Wow, look at the speed he's carrying through these routes through here. He was on a couple of lines outside of the main rut.
Hasn't taken his feet off the pedals yet. He's one of the best at reading the ground, being light where he needs to, and pumping really hard where he can get momentum.
This is where he's going to need to stick to those traits right here. Gets the left-hand corner. He's mentioned this high line all week, carrying good speed into this lower catch berm now.
Nicely
He's
done.
5.5 in the green. What will the next split show?
As he heads towards the fourth split now, Brosnan, what's it going to tell us? 7 seconds faster than all these were. Troy Brosnan, this isn't just a parade lap to celebrate 100 UCI Downhill World Cups. This is an all-out assault on this hillside in Vergier.
Yeah, look at the detail. Look at him getting up on the dry grass there, out of the slippery mud. He'll be charging across these lower jumps. Look at the speed he's carrying to the final BMX section.
If there's been any mistakes in there from Brosnan, I didn't see them. Troy Brosnan through the jump line now. Just a wall ride to go. Troy Brosnan, one of the very, very best in the history of this sport. It's 100 not out, and it's straight on the hot seat for Troy Brosnan. 9 seconds faster than all these were. Vergier for Commensal muck-off by Riding Addiction, the reigning UCI Downhill World Champion on track. Dabs a foot across on his way to the road gap, Josh.
I'm a big fan of the fluorescent pink RockShox, folks.
I know you are. I know you are. That whole bike, new livery this weekend for the Commensal muck-off squad. And they've done an absolutely fantastic job on it, but all white for the world champion. He'll defend that title next weekend in Champery. He's 0.2 of a second back at the first split, though, Nico. Vergier getting back on the pedals through the jump line now, looking like it's not going to be his day today, but he can pull some time back. And where is this going to slot him in? Because top 3 currently covered by nearly 10 seconds. Here comes Vergier. Is he going to join them? Vergier for Commensal muck-off crosses the line and goes second. Does indeed. 5.6 seconds. So he brought back a boatload of time there, Josh. Here we go, though. This one has title ramifications. Jackson Goldstone leaves the start hut in La Tuile. What has the Canadian got in store for us from the Santa Cruz Syndicate? Leads the way in the overall points chase, but Loic Bruni won the last race and stole a bit of a march on him. He'll have got into the mid-season break with a head full of Bruni. What answers can Jackson Goldstone come up with today?
This is going to be a really exciting one. Jackson's a lighter rider, so these sticky mud conditions may not play to his strength, but all the technicality to the course, being a wet condition, is going to play to his strength. So it's going to be really interesting to see the difference between his run and Bruni's.
Look at that.
1.1 back. He's 1.1 back on Brosnan.
Well, it definitely looked like he struggled on that upper grass piece.
He got out wide, didn't he?
He was fighting to stay up on it. A lot of the other riders were hunting to the rider's right-hand side, but seeing him hop out of those routes, this is...
Oh, Jackson Goldstone goes down. He's off the bike. Jackson Goldstone in trouble in Vergier.
This is massive.
This is a huge, huge moment. You already get the feeling and the sense of the overall points. Josh, what did you see there?
Well, as he came out of that corner, look, we were just talking about with Jackson popping out of the exits, he gets over some of those holes riders get caught in.
He needs as many points from this race as he possibly can get. He knows that Loic Bruni is likely to be super, super strong here at home in France.
He's got to keep pushing because Vergier is only 6 seconds back, so he could make this happen here.
This one is heating up nicely. Jackson Goldstone, what is the final score on the door going to be? Here comes Jackson Goldstone across the line into 4th place as it stands. 7.6 seconds. There we go, Andreas Kolb, Austrian champion. Big Andy on track. Stressful week or so, the YT mob. But he's here, he's on a race bike, and he's having a good go. 0.4 of a second up at the first split.
A couple of little lines there out of the main line, so a very similar characteristic to what we saw from Troy Brosnan before.
1.6 seconds faster here for Andy Kolb, so just as you said, it's a bit messy looking, Josh. It's obviously working for him.
Yeah, but he's definitely carrying that momentum, so we saw other riders get unclipped and they get hung up. Andy's just kind of letting it dance a little bit underneath him, even if his feet are unclipped. He's still charging hard. He does have that effortless style that we know and love from Andy Kolb.
Well, after Andy Kolb, 4 French riders in a row, so you can expect the volume levels to go through the ceiling.
Well, this is looking good so far. He gets another fresh set of eyes.
Yep. 2.2 seconds faster, so Andy Kolb, is he going to be the mid-pack guy that lights this one up?
Yeah,
it's usually Troy Brosnan, but today it's Andy Kolb by the look of things.
Andy's had some potential the last couple of races. He had that big crash in La Tuile where he was up riding phenomenally. So this potential has been brewing in there.
Yeah, rolls the dice a little bit through there, but manages to keep it upright, Nico.
Yeah, he looks solid. He's keeping his feet on the pedals, and he's keeping the bike rolling forward.
Yeah, he's maintaining that momentum. He needs to maintain that momentum this next key section. He
going
gets
inside.
the inside
There you
line.
go, big inside line from Andy Kolb. Skates around the left-hand side, enters that corner just about faster than anyone else. This earlier in the week in that package you saw at the top of the show that he knows another win is coming. He has to be patient and keep grinding, and he's doing just that here. Is this going to be career win number 2 for Andy Kolb? Crosses the line and goes fastest by 1.5 seconds ahead of Troy Brosnan. And what about that for a celebration? The big Austrian is back in the hot seat.
And now he's found himself in the top 5 yet again in wild conditions that Party Marty loves. 1 second is still well within touch.
Another rider as well, Nico, really tidy on the bike. It's often quite hard to see just how hard he's pushing.
Oh, he looks so smooth out there. You definitely can't see the speed.
Executes the routes, amazing, carrying some great speed. Martin Maes is on one here. He's well within touch for a podium position at the moment.
Martin Maes looking absolutely a big fan favourite out there.
Using those flat pedals to a treat. Just dropping a foot to maintain speed and give it a bit of a dab and a power push.
You can do that though, you can do it and get away with it. Surfs down the berm slightly early to get a nice exit for it. There's the Belgian fans loving what they're seeing from their big hero. He's getting better and better again, Josh, isn't he? 1.5 seconds, he's lost half a second, but he can make it up down here. One of the strongest pedalers in the business.
Just keep pushing. He's only slightly dropped back. He pulled back a little bit of time and he's half a second back per split, which is actually great. He needs to hold it on and push hard through these bottom jumps. Step into that enduro physicality that he's had for years.
Yeah, you can
to bring this home.
Ducking down behind the stem. Look at the crowd here in Vergier. Martin Maes is potentially heading into the top 3 here. Can he go even better than that? Martin Maes goes into first place by 1/10 of a second.
The flat pedals through the open woods have brought him back an extraordinary amount
Tony
of time.
Seagrave can't believe it. We can't believe it in the booth. How well did he hook up that final sector? Goggles get slung, rightly so. Nico Mullally. What a run.
That was an amazing last sector. I think it's that berm out of the river gap, how much speed he was able to carry, took him all the way down that last straightaway.
What can he do in Vergier, a track where he was crowned UCI World Champion in 2022, and he's already at his work here, Bruni.
He's taking a lot of risk at the top of the track here, trying to get out of the main line.
Beautifully done through there, never in trouble. Bruni pushes on. What's the first split going to tell us? Bruni is 0.8 of a second faster already on that latest evolution of the Specialized Project Black downhill bike.
Bruni's had a level of focus that we expect from him all week. He's been chuffed on the battle and the rivalry that has escalated with Jackson Goldstone, putting him to the sword 4 times this season. But we're in France, we're in Vergier, and he has taken it by the scruff of the neck.
Very poor exit speed out of that turn. I think that might cost him a little bit of time here.
Whoa.
He's got the inside line almost tucked the front there. We haven't seen many athletes get up high.
160 beats per minute on the Whoop Live in zone 4 for Loic Bruni. What's the second split going to tell us? That was scruffy through that 1.4 seconds back. He could do with finding those 2 seconds again here, Bruni.
Yeah, I think we saw where he lost it there. So if he can turn that around, put it behind him, and charge on like he left the start gate, he could make that time up no problem.
Really smooth round those berms as well, though. But he'll know that Jackson Goldstone didn't have the run that he would have wanted. He's got a chance here, but how many risks is this man, Loic Bruni, willing to take for Specialized Gravity? Here we go. Loic Bruni. Can he regain some of that 2.5 seconds? What is this run going to mean for the UCI Downhill World Cup overall title race? Loic Bruni crosses a line and goes into 4th place. 3.3 seconds behind Martin Maes, but 10 positions higher up the ranks currently. I've used it a few times, but I'm going to quote Aaron Gwynn again. You've paid for the whole seat, but you're only going to need half of it. Here comes Ronan Dunne.
Ronan Dunne, here we go.
He's faster already, 0.6 of a second. Ronan Dunne getting about his business. Early doors here in Ligier.
You could see the aggression straight out of the start gate. Ronan's been hungry for it. He's been on the return. He's had some incredible speed this season.
Really clean through there.
One rider to go, and it's Remy Thirion. What a race this has turned into in Ligier. Great to see Dunne all okay after that horrible crash in La Tuile.
Ronan Dunne's putting on a charge here. Look at the watata into the
1.496 seconds now. Ronan Dunne on the move. Can he add to that? Currently just one UCI Downhill World Cup win to his name at Sturk Bike Park last season. It might be more by the end of this afternoon.
Ronan Dunne's charging here. He's the one man. He's got his eyes fixed on one spot and one spot only. He can do it here in Ligier. He's got half the course to go. This is where he needs to focus in, lock in, and continue the momentum and speed that he's carrying already.
The evolution of this man's riding over the last couple of seasons has lost absolutely none of that aggression and raw speed. Pulls across the gap, sort of 50-50s. It doesn't slow him down too much. 171 beats per minute on the Whoop Live in Zone 4 now.
You can see Ronan's mindset in the way he's riding, just going for everything, throwing everything he has at it.
It's the only way he knows. Ronan Dunne across the gap.
He looks well within himself too. He's riding with a good level of anticipation. He's not riding on the edge.
2.4 seconds faster.
He gets through the hole that took out many before him.
This is looking really, really good from Ronan Dunne. He's currently nearly 2.5 seconds up on the hot seat time of Martin Maes, but we know Maes was extremely fast from here on down.
2.4 seconds into this key bit. He can afford to take a breath. Will Ronan? Not a chance. Come on, son.
Oh, Ronan Dunne getting to work behind the bars of that big Mondraker, and it is currently working out very, very nicely for the Irishman.
Good high entrance there. Look at the extra exit speed he's carried. He's going to carry this down, the momentum through into this corner. This is it.
Through there.
Perfect.
He's got 2.4 seconds up and he's charging into the lower pedals. This young man is as strong as he gets.
Still 2.5 seconds. He's extended by another 10th. One of the stars of John Lawler's latest film, Emerald Storm. And you can see why he's one of the stars of any racetrack. Ronan Dunne.
This is the run we've been waiting for Ronan. He's had this expectation, this form in him all season. He's had a couple of big mistakes. He started off with a bang at the beginning of the season. He's had his injuries. He's fought back and now he's arrived.
Here we go. Ronan is on his way. He's just got one corner to go. Ronan Dunne gets it done in Ligier. 2.8 seconds faster than anyone else, and there's only one rider left at the top of the track. It is not over yet. Do not go anywhere. Do not adjust your sets. There's a French rider still on track here in France.
Remy Thirion.
He's using every inch of the track.
Skates around that corner, clips the apex marker on his way through, heads across the road, gapping into the woods properly, and he's just 0.2 of a second behind that time of Ronan Dunne. Thirion goes down. That's it. That will be it. Remy Thirion's dreams of a second UCI Downhill World Cup win, having qualified fastest yesterday, just like that, disappear from underneath him. Nico, further fourth rider we've seen taken out there today, but meanwhile on the hot seat, bitter disappointment for Remy Thirion. But wait for the ecstasy from Ronan Dunne. Remy Thirion crosses the line. The Ligier fans rush into the finish bowl. Ronan Dunne has won his second UCI Downhill World Cup, the first Irish rider to win 2 UCI Downhill World Cups. What a win from Ronan Dunne. Absolutely mesmerising run. The Irish rider, top to bottom, was the best man on the hill.
Words can't describe how this feels. Like, it's been such a rough season, to be honest, and all I've been thinking about for the past weeks was doing well at this race and not to show everyone I can still win a race even though it's been over a year. I have no words. The crowd is unbelievable. I just want to be out there with a lot of them. I'm so happy. I can't believe it.
Into a hole with it. Ronan Dunne takes the win then ahead of Martin Maes by 2.8 seconds. But listen to this. Ronan Dunne joins the extremely elusive group of riders to have won more than one UCI Downhill World Cup. Almost half of those who win one of these things never win another. Dunne has ensured that he is most definitely in there with some of the biggest names in this sport from across the ages. It will be a noisy night tonight, but here is how the overall now looks. There is just 25 points between Jackson Goldstone of the Santa Cruz Syndicate and Loic Bruni of Specialized Gravity at the top of the charts. Behind them is Vergier, Shaw, O'Callaghan, Piran,